Alright, so today we're going to do the last property for circle property, tangent from exterior point. Now, let's say I have an exterior point. Let's call this point B here. Then I draw two tangents. So this should be tangents from exterior point. There will be two tangents from this any random exterior point. So if you draw a tangent, it will cut the circle at one point, right? If you draw a tangent, it will cut the circle at one point. When I join the center of the circle to these 2 points where it cuts the circle, you will always get the triangle that look like that. So I start from an exterior point, I draw two tangents. Then from the center of the circle, I draw two lines. Okay, now what are these two lines called? Okay, so these two lines we already know they are radius, right? So we already know these two are the same length. Okay. So what is this property for? What is the relationship between these two triangles? The triangle OAB and the triangle OCB. OAB, OCB. They are the same, yes. What do we call that? That's why C one. They are the same triangle, same shape, same size. Congruent, so these two triangles are congruent. Okay? Now, what is angle OAB? Angle OAB is how much? Yesterday you all learned only, like 2 days ago you all just learned. Okay, so OAB is 90, right? OCB, 90, Okay, so the radius and the radius we know already since primary 6. The angle 90 degree we know 2 days ago. Okay, so when do we use the property? Okay, we will use the property when we want to write this down. Okay, I use a black color. Since these two triangles are congruent, right? Okay, when I want to say that this angle and this angle, what is the relationship? These two angles, what's the relationship? They are the same. So if I want to say that angle, everyone pay attention. Angle ABO, we know that it is equals to angle CBO. When you write this statement down, what must you do? You must write down the property tangent from exterior points. How do we know they are equal? We know from this property, tangent from exterior points. How do we know that these two angles are equal? It is from this. Okay, next, the length BC and the length AB. So BC and the length BA. What is the relationship? The length BC and the length BA. They are the same again. So when you want to make such a statement, you must write down tangent from exterior points. So what do I mean? If I want to say that this length and this length are equal, I have to write down this property. Okay, one last one. This angle here and this angle here, what do you think is the relationship? They are the same again. So if I want to say that angle AOB is equals to angle COB, what must I write? Tangent from exterior points. Okay, that's it. If I want to say that these pairs of measurements are the same, I must write down tangent from exterior point. Okay, let's see how we use it. The question in your resource book 100, question 6, the last question. Find angle BTQ. BTQ, it will be this angle, right? Okay, so what do you think I want to find first? Which angle do I want to find first? T, angle T, which T? Angle PTO, yes. Now, angle PTO, how do I find it? 180 minus 90 minus 65. I am finding this angle first. Okay, and the answer is 90 minus 65 will be 25. Okay, so angle working, what's the reason? Angle sum of triangle. Okay, one more left. How do you know that this is 90? Tangent perpendicular to radius. I know from my last homework, if you have done your homework, that this is tangent perpendicular to radius. The angle PTO and the angle QTO, they are equal, right? So it will be both 25, right? Now you got to write down the reason. What's the reason to say that they are both 25? Tangent from exterior points. I am doing this now. I'm saying that these two angles are equal. Okay, finally, therefore, angle PTQ equals to 50 or 25 plus 25, right? 25 plus 25, and there's no reason needed. You just add two angles up. Some of you actually very good, like you all wrote adjacent angles. It's fine. You can don't write also. Okay, P, Q, T. Oh, I must join these two. Okay. So PQT will be this angle, right? So I need to find this angle here, right? First, I will find this angle. What is the angle here? TOQ. Yeah, the TOQ is 65. So it's a bit longer, but it's the more proper way of doing it. Angle TOQ. So angle TOQ is 65. Help me out. What's the reason? What's the reason? Yeah, tangent from exterior point. Okay. Oops. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So it's the TOQ is 65. TOQ is 65. Then after that, angle OQP. OQP. So I'm going to use the isosceles triangle. So it'll be 180 minus away 65, which is 130 divided by 2. So the answer is 25. Now the reason is isosceles. So if I know that this is isosceles triangle with 25 here, final step, 90 minus 25. Okay, before we end the video, what's the reason? The reason is, why do I use 90 minus 25? Okay. All right, that's it. I don't know why my mic. Okay, mic test.